Привіт, включай наші відео на фоні у будь-який час та звикай до розмовної англійської. Дякуємо, що ви з нами.
I love watching movies. I love watching movies. She usually wakes up early. She usually wakes up early. We often go for walks in the park. We often go for walks in the park. He rarely eats fast food. He rarely eats fast food. They always arrive on time. They always arrive on time. She sometimes forgets her keys. She sometimes forgets her keys. We usually take the bus to work. We usually take the bus to work. He rarely misses his morning coffee. He rarely misses his morning coffee. They often play basketball on weekends. They often play basketball on weekends. She usually cooks dinner for the family. She usually cooks dinner for the family. We always clean the house on Saturdays. We always clean the house on Saturdays. He sometimes works late. He sometimes works late. She usually takes a nap after lunch. She usually takes a nap after lunch. They often visit their grandparents. They often visit their grandparents. We always walk the dog in the evening. We always walk the dog in the evening. He usually takes a shower before bed. He usually takes a shower before bed. She rarely drinks alcohol. She rarely drinks alcohol. We often have pizza for dinner. We often have pizza for dinner. He always listens to music while studying. He always listens to music while studying. She usually goes shopping on Sundays. She usually goes shopping on Sundays. They often go out for dinner. They often go out for dinner. He rarely wears a suit to work. He rarely wears a suit to work. She usually reads before going to sleep. She usually reads before going to sleep. We always say, "Thank you," after meals. We always say, "Thank you," after meals. They often play board games together. They often play board games together. She frequently visits her friends. She frequently visits her friends. We seldom watch TV during the week. We seldom watch TV during the week. He regularly exercises at the gym. He regularly exercises at the gym. They occasionally go hiking on weekends. They occasionally go hiking on weekends. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. She hardly ever complains about anything. She hardly ever complains about anything. We often have breakfast together. We often have breakfast together. He rarely takes vacations. He rarely takes vacations. They always go for a run in the morning. They always go for a run in the morning. She sometimes helps her neighbors with gardening. She sometimes helps her neighbors with gardening. We usually go out for dinner on Fridays. We usually go out for dinner on Fridays. He rarely goes to bed before midnight. He rarely goes to bed before midnight. They often have family gatherings on holidays. They often have family gatherings on holidays. She occasionally bakes cookies for her colleagues. She occasionally bakes cookies for her colleagues. We always walk to the office together. We always walk to the office together. He seldom forgets important dates. He seldom forgets important dates. They usually go swimming in the summer. They usually go swimming in the summer. I often listen to music while working. I often listen to music while working. She rarely goes shopping for clothes. She rarely goes shopping for clothes. We usually visit the museum on Sundays. We usually visit the museum on Sundays. He often cooks dinner for his family. He often cooks dinner for his family. They seldom argue about trivial matters. They seldom argue about trivial matters. She usually goes to bed early on weekdays. She usually goes to bed early on weekdays. We always clean up after dinner. We always clean up after dinner. He rarely drinks coffee after noon. He rarely drinks coffee after noon. I will go to the gym tomorrow. I will go to the gym tomorrow. She will study English next year. She will study English next year. We will visit our grandparents next weekend. We will visit our grandparents next weekend. He will start his new job next month. He will start his new job next month. They will travel to Europe next summer. They will travel to Europe next summer. She will buy a new car next week. She will buy a new car next week. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. He will finish his homework before dinner. He will finish his homework before dinner. They will watch a movie together on Friday. They will watch a movie together on Friday. I will call you later. I will call you later. She will learn how to cook next month. She will learn how to cook next month. We will meet at the park tomorrow afternoon. We will meet at the park tomorrow afternoon. He will attend a conference next week. He will attend a conference next week. They will move to a new city next year. They will move to a new city next year. She will start her own business next year. She will start her own business next year. We will go on vacation in December. We will go on vacation in December. He will take a break from work next week. He will take a break from work next week. They will celebrate their anniversary next month. They will celebrate their anniversary next month. I will take the train to work tomorrow. I will take the train to work tomorrow. She will visit her family next weekend. She will visit her family next weekend. We will have a party next Saturday. We will have a party next Saturday. He will buy a gift for his girlfriend next week. He will buy a gift for his girlfriend next week. They will finish the project by the end of the month. They will finish the project by the end of the month. She will join a dance class next month. She will join a dance class next month. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. She will read a new book next month. She will read a new book next month. We will plant flowers in the garden next week. We will plant flowers in the garden next week. He will learn to play the guitar in the future. He will learn to play the guitar in the future. They will go skiing in the mountains next winter. They will go skiing in the mountains next winter. I will attend a concert next weekend. I will attend a concert next weekend. She will start a new job next Monday. She will start a new job next Monday. We will go camping in the summer. We will go camping in the summer. He will travel to Japan next year. He will travel to Japan next year. They will adopt a pet soon. They will adopt a pet soon. I will finish my project by the end of the week. I will finish my project by the end of the week. She will take a photography class next semester. She will take a photography class next semester. We will redecorate the living room next month. We will redecorate the living room next month. He will buy a new laptop next month. He will buy a new laptop next month. They will host a barbecue party next weekend. They will host a barbecue party next weekend. I will join a yoga class next week. I will join a yoga class next week. She will learn how to swim next summer. She will learn how to swim next summer. We will organize a family reunion next month. We will organize a family reunion next month. He will graduate from college next year. He will graduate from college next year. I cooked dinner for my family yesterday. I cooked dinner for my family yesterday. She read a book in one sitting. She read a book in one sitting. We went for a hike last weekend. We went for a hike last weekend. He fixed his car last month. He fixed his car last month. They celebrated their anniversary at a fancy restaurant. They celebrated their anniversary at a fancy restaurant. I visited the museum with my friends last week. I visited the museum with my friends last week. She attended a concert downtown. She attended a concert downtown. We explored the old town on our vacation. We explored the old town on our vacation. He played soccer with his friends. He played soccer with his friends. They attended a wedding last weekend. They attended a wedding last weekend. I finished reading a novel yesterday. I finished reading a novel yesterday. She baked cookies for her colleagues. She baked cookies for her colleagues. We visited the beach last summer. We visited the beach last summer. He cleaned his room yesterday. He cleaned his room yesterday. They organized a picnic in the park. They organized a picnic in the park. I met my old friend for coffee last week. I met my old friend for coffee last week. She bought a new dress for the party. She bought a new dress for the party. We went for a bike ride in the countryside. We went for a bike ride in the countryside. He watched a football match on TV. He watched a football match on TV. They went shopping at the mall. They went shopping at the mall. I took a long walk in the park yesterday. I took a long walk in the park yesterday. She painted her bedroom last weekend. She painted her bedroom last weekend. We had a barbecue in the backyard. We had a barbecue in the backyard. He played the piano at the concert. He played the piano at the concert. They visited the zoo last Sunday. They visited the zoo last Sunday. I went for a run in the morning. I went for a run in the morning. She finished her homework before dinner. She finished her homework before dinner. We had a family dinner at my grandmother's house. We had a family dinner at my grandmother's house. He traveled to Italy for vacation. He traveled to Italy for vacation. They went hiking in the mountains. They went hiking in the mountains. I bought a new laptop last month. I bought a new laptop last month. She sang at the talent show. She sang at the talent show. We attended a wedding ceremony. We attended a wedding ceremony. He rode his bike to work yesterday. He rode his bike to work yesterday. They explored a new hiking trail. They explored a new hiking trail. I visited my relatives in another city. I visited my relatives in another city. She learned how to dance salsa. She learned how to dance salsa. We went on a road trip to the beach. We went on a road trip to the beach. He cooked dinner for his friends. He cooked dinner for his friends. They watched a movie marathon. They watched a movie marathon. I took a photography class. I took a photography class. She attended a yoga retreat. She attended a yoga retreat. We had a picnic in the park. We had a picnic in the park. He played basketball with his friends. He played basketball with his friends. They went fishing at the lake. They went fishing at the lake. I read a book in one day. I read a book in one day. I go to the gym every morning. I go to the gym every morning. She teaches English at the university. She teaches English at the university. We live in a small town. We live in a small town. He works as an accountant. He works as an accountant. They play tennis on weekends. They play tennis on weekends. She likes to read books. She likes to read books. We eat dinner at 7 p.m. We eat dinner at 7 p.m. He drinks coffee in the morning. He drinks coffee in the morning. They watch TV in the evening. They watch TV in the evening. She listens to music while studying. She listens to music while studying. We walk to school every day. We walk to school every day. He plays guitar in a band. He plays guitar in a band. They visit their grandparents on Sundays. They visit their grandparents on Sundays. She speaks 3 languages fluently. She speaks 3 languages fluently. We have lunch at noon. We have lunch at noon. He exercises at the gym regularly. He exercises at the gym regularly. They go for a walk after dinner. They go for a walk after dinner. She volunteers at the local shelter. She volunteers at the local shelter. We study together at the library. We study together at the library. He cooks dinner for his family. He cooks dinner for his family. They play video games on Fridays. They play video games on Fridays. She takes dance lessons. She takes dance lessons. We attend yoga classes twice a week. We attend yoga classes twice a week. He helps his neighbors with gardening. He helps his neighbors with gardening. They go swimming in the summer. They go swimming in the summer. I read books before bedtime. I read books before bedtime. She practices piano every day. She practices piano every day. We go grocery shopping on Sundays. We go grocery shopping on Sundays. He takes the bus to work. He takes the bus to work. They walk their dog in the park. They walk their dog in the park. She visits her parents regularly. She visits her parents regularly. We listen to music while driving. We listen to music while driving. He runs 5 miles every morning. He runs 5 miles every morning. They have dinner with friends on Fridays. They have dinner with friends on Fridays. She enjoys painting in her free time. She enjoys painting in her free time. We attend church on Sundays. We attend church on Sundays. He plays soccer with his friends. He plays soccer with his friends. They clean the house on Saturdays. They clean the house on Saturdays. She bakes cookies for special occasions. She bakes cookies for special occasions. We visit the farmer's market every weekend. We visit the farmer's market every weekend. He watches documentaries on Netflix. He watches documentaries on Netflix. They have family movie nights on Saturdays. They have family movie nights on Saturdays. She volunteers at the local food bank. She volunteers at the local food bank. We have breakfast together every morning. We have breakfast together every morning. He practices meditation daily. He practices meditation daily. They go hiking in the mountains. They go hiking in the mountains. She attends Spanish classes twice a week. She attends Spanish classes twice a week. We have a family game night on Fridays. We have a family game night on Fridays. He takes photos of nature. He takes photos of nature. They enjoy picnics in the park. They enjoy picnics in the park. He will invent devices to aid in wildlife conservation efforts. He will invent devices to aid in wildlife conservation efforts. They will advocate for environmental policies to protect our planet. They will advocate for environmental policies to protect our planet. She will establish sanctuaries for endangered species. She will establish sanctuaries for endangered species. We will build sustainable homes using recycled materials. We will build sustainable homes using recycled materials. They will organize cleanup efforts to restore polluted habitats. They will organize cleanup efforts to restore polluted habitats. She will create art installations that provoke thought on environmental issues. She will create art installations that provoke thought on environmental issues. We will implement green initiatives in schools and workplaces. We will implement green initiatives in schools and workplaces. He will spearhead projects to restore degraded ecosystems. He will spearhead projects to restore degraded ecosystems. They will pioneer regenerative agriculture practices. They will pioneer regenerative agriculture practices. She will document the beauty of nature through photography. She will document the beauty of nature through photography. We will collaborate with indigenous communities to protect biodiversity. We will collaborate with indigenous communities to protect biodiversity. He will lead campaigns to preserve natural habitats for future generations. He will lead campaigns to preserve natural habitats for future generations. They will advocate for policies that prioritize environmental conservation. They will advocate for policies that prioritize environmental conservation. I will travel to Japan next year. I will travel to Japan next year. She will start her own business next month. She will start her own business next month. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. He will learn to play the guitar. He will learn to play the guitar. They will go on a hiking trip next weekend. They will go on a hiking trip next weekend. She will teach English at the university. She will teach English at the university. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. He will attend a language course. He will attend a language course. They will adopt a pet from the shelter. They will adopt a pet from the shelter. She will take a photography class. She will take a photography class. We will celebrate our anniversary in Hawaii. We will celebrate our anniversary in Hawaii. He will buy a new house next year. He will buy a new house next year. They will go swimming in the summer. They will go swimming in the summer. She will enroll in a yoga class. She will enroll in a yoga class. We will renovate our house next month. We will renovate our house next month. He will volunteer at the local hospital. He will volunteer at the local hospital. They will plant a vegetable garden. They will plant a vegetable garden. She will launch her online store. She will launch her online store. We will attend a concert next Friday. We will attend a concert next Friday. He will pursue his passion for photography. He will pursue his passion for photography. They will organize a charity event. They will organize a charity event. She will travel around the world. She will travel around the world. We will move to a new city next year. We will move to a new city next year. He will start a family. He will start a family. They will save money for their dream vacation. They will save money for their dream vacation. I visited my grandparents last weekend. I visited my grandparents last weekend. She completed her project ahead of schedule. She completed her project ahead of schedule. We watched a thrilling movie yesterday. We watched a thrilling movie yesterday. He ran a marathon last month. He ran a marathon last month. They celebrated their friend's birthday on Saturday. They celebrated their friend's birthday on Saturday. She cooked a delicious meal for her family. She cooked a delicious meal for her family. We went hiking in the mountains last summer. We went hiking in the mountains last summer. He studied hard and aced his exams. He studied hard and aced his exams. They volunteered at the local soup kitchen last week. They volunteered at the local soup kitchen last week. She read a fascinating book over the weekend. She read a fascinating book over the weekend. We attended a concert downtown last night. We attended a concert downtown last night. He fixed his car by himself. He fixed his car by himself. They organized a surprise party for their friend. They organized a surprise party for their friend. She painted a beautiful landscape on canvas. She painted a beautiful landscape on canvas. We visited the art museum last Sunday. We visited the art museum last Sunday. He played soccer with his friends on Saturday. He played soccer with his friends on Saturday. They traveled to Europe for vacation last year. They traveled to Europe for vacation last year. She learned to dance salsa in just a few lessons. She learned to dance salsa in just a few lessons. We had a picnic in the park yesterday. We had a picnic in the park yesterday. He visited his old school last month. He visited his old school last month. They adopted a rescue dog from the shelter. They adopted a rescue dog from the shelter. She baked cookies for her colleagues at work. She baked cookies for her colleagues at work. We explored a new city during our vacation. We explored a new city during our vacation. He attended a photography workshop last weekend. He attended a photography workshop last weekend. They went camping in the forest last summer. They went camping in the forest last summer. I attended my friend's wedding last month. I attended my friend's wedding last month. She won a cooking competition last year. She won a cooking competition last year. We visited a famous landmark during our vacation. We visited a famous landmark during our vacation. He gave a presentation at work yesterday. He gave a presentation at work yesterday. They went on a road trip across the country. They went on a road trip across the country. She completed a marathon last weekend. She completed a marathon last weekend. We enjoyed a delicious meal at a fancy restaurant. We enjoyed a delicious meal at a fancy restaurant. He scored a goal in the soccer match. He scored a goal in the soccer match. They went skiing in the mountains last winter. They went skiing in the mountains last winter. I work from home on weekdays. I work from home on weekdays. She practices piano every evening. She practices piano every evening. We take our dog for a walk in the park. We take our dog for a walk in the park. He reads the newspaper every morning. He reads the newspaper every morning. They enjoy hiking in the mountains. They enjoy hiking in the mountains. She volunteers at the hospital once a week. She volunteers at the hospital once a week. We have a family movie night on Fridays. We have a family movie night on Fridays. He plays basketball with his friends. He plays basketball with his friends. They go out for dinner on Saturdays. They go out for dinner on Saturdays. She enjoys painting in her free time. She enjoys painting in her free time. We visit our grandparents every Sunday. We visit our grandparents every Sunday. He drinks tea before bedtime. He drinks tea before bedtime. They play board games on rainy days. They play board games on rainy days. She listens to podcasts during her commute. She listens to podcasts during her commute. We go grocery shopping on Sundays. We go grocery shopping on Sundays. He attends language classes twice a week. He attends language classes twice a week. They go camping in the summer. They go camping in the summer. She bakes cookies for special occasions. She bakes cookies for special occasions. We have a barbecue in the backyard. We have a barbecue in the backyard. He practices meditation every morning. He practices meditation every morning. They visit the farmer's market on weekends. They visit the farmer's market on weekends. She takes online courses to learn new skills. She takes online courses to learn new skills. We host dinner parties for our friends. We host dinner parties for our friends. He takes photographs of nature. He takes photographs of nature. They go for a run in the park. They go for a run in the park. I wake up early every day. I wake up early every day. She enjoys gardening in her backyard. She enjoys gardening in her backyard. We visit the library to borrow books. We visit the library to borrow books. He watches documentaries on weekends. He watches documentaries on weekends. They take their children to the playground. They take their children to the playground. She writes in her journal before bed. She writes in her journal before bed. We go for a bike ride in the evenings. We go for a bike ride in the evenings. He practices yoga for relaxation. He practices yoga for relaxation. They walk their dog in the neighborhood. They walk their dog in the neighborhood. She volunteers at the local food bank. She volunteers at the local food bank. We attend concerts at the park. We attend concerts at the park. He cleans the house every Saturday. He cleans the house every Saturday. They go for picnics in the countryside. They go for picnics in the countryside. She studies for exams in the library. She studies for exams in the library. We have family game nights on Fridays. We have family game nights on Fridays. He listens to music while cooking. He listens to music while cooking. They visit museums on weekends. They visit museums on weekends. She helps out at the community center. She helps out at the community center. We have family dinners on Sundays. We have family dinners on Sundays. He plays chess with his grandfather. He plays chess with his grandfather. They go for hikes in the forest. They go for hikes in the forest. She enjoys birdwatching in the garden. She enjoys birdwatching in the garden. We take road trips to explore new places. We take road trips to explore new places. He plays soccer with his friends. He plays soccer with his friends. I will travel to Japan next summer. I will travel to Japan next summer. She will start her own business next month. She will start her own business next month. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. We will have dinner at a fancy restaurant tonight. He will learn to play the guitar. He will learn to play the guitar. They will go on a hiking trip next weekend. They will go on a hiking trip next weekend. She will teach English at the university. She will teach English at the university. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. We will explore new hiking trails next summer. He will attend a language course. He will attend a language course. They will adopt a pet from the shelter. They will adopt a pet from the shelter. She will take a photography class. She will take a photography class. We will celebrate our anniversary in Hawaii. We will celebrate our anniversary in Hawaii. He will buy a new house next year. He will buy a new house next year. They will go swimming in the summer. They will go swimming in the summer. She will enroll in a yoga class. She will enroll in a yoga class. We will renovate our house next month. We will renovate our house next month. He will volunteer at the local hospital. He will volunteer at the local hospital. They will plant a vegetable garden. They will plant a vegetable garden. She will launch her online store. She will launch her online store.
Дякуємо за перегляд уроку. Слухай розмовну англійську щодня та звикай до розмовної англійської. Ставте лайк та пишіть комент для розвитку україномовного контенту. Обирай наступне відео на екрані і до зустрічі в нових уроках.